They need to stand up and say sorry for their accusations. They are found absolutely wrong, and it's time they got to their feet and said so.
Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. It's a pleasure to take a call on this. Could I recommend this book to the National Party members? It's worth reading. Instead of just repeating the lies that have been presented to them in their research notes and then reading them out to the House, read this report and hang your heads in shame. This is not what New Zealanders expect of their government, let alone of their Prime Minister. I don't mind if the National Party wants to do a lot of legislation that I don't agree with. I don't mind if they want to introduce policies that make me feel ill, looking at the impact of people who live in my communities, because that's their right as a democratically elected government in our country. They were elected to implement what I think are bad policies, but we're not part of the government. We will be in 18 months' time. Mr Speaker, this isn't about bad policies. This isn't about a democratically elected government introducing legislation that is not popular, but they're mandated to do. This is about a shonky, dirty deal, and it's about that far away from being corrupt, and that's what the Auditor-General said in that report. This is not a report. Sam Lotu-Iiga will not have read it. I know he will not have read it. I absolutely have, and I could quote quite a lot of it. The interesting thing that the National Party have not mentioned in this debate is that actually it's obvious from this report that the Sky City team always intended building a convention centre. That's what they wanted to do. So not only have we got an organisation that wanted to do a convention centre, we have got the government personally involved with ministers having meetings and dinner, saying, we know you were going to do that. It's all part of your legitimate business plan, but what we want to do is make it sweeter and easier for you. We're bribing an organisation to do something that actually they were going to do anyway. As Sam Lotu-Iiga says rubbish, just confirmed that he hasn't read the report, because it says in here that in 2009, Sky City told officials that they wanted to build a new convention centre. Read the report. Lazy Member of Parliament, read the report. It says that the Sky City wanted to build a convention centre.
Point of order, Pasata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
I'd like the member to sit down while I give my point of order.
And I will hear the point of order.
Excuse me?
Just get on with the point of order.
Sir,
please.
Point of order. I take offence to that member calling me lazy. Because those that know me know I'm not lazy. And that member should quote the page of the report she's referring to. If she said she's read the report, she should quote the page.
This is a robust debating chamber. There will always be comments made about members. I don't think that's one that the member should have taken offence at. I'm going to ask the member to continue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and the member's actually just confirmed how lazy he is, because he wants me to look up the page in the report that I was quoting. You can't get much lazier than asking a member of another party to look up a report. It's gobsmacking, Mr Speaker. Let me raise a few quotes. Ministry officials were aware that Sky City had expressed an interest in extending its existing convention centre across Federal Street or developing a new centre on land it owned in Hobson Street. This awareness arose from communications between Auckland-based ministry officials and Sky City in April and May 2009. Sky City wanted to build the convention centre. They needed no government assistance. They were always going to do it. They were always going to pay for it. What the Prime Minister has done is exposed his shonky deal, his need to be snuggling up to business in a way that is that far away from corruption. It is the worst report that I have seen in my time in Parliament as to the behaviour of members of Parliament and ministers. John Armstrong, lazy personified. John Armstrong in his comment this morning in the Herald, said that the report showed that we were verging on the Banana Republic kind of stuff without the bananas. He said, in other words, there was no corruption, or at least none that could be found, but that the report showed that the process had been neither transparent nor even-handed. Things got so bad, he reported, and it's in the report, that some officials expressed concern to superiors that proper procedures were not being followed. Mr. Speaker, on every page of this report, we see John Key's statement that there is nothing to see made a lie of. Every single page has a damning comment, and Stephen Joyce gets the spin going, and his trained seals in the National Party repeat it. Read the report and hang your heads in shame.
Dr. Jackie Blue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to speak in the general debate.